Hello, dear students. How are you? Very good morning to you and all. Had your breakfast or lunch? Okay. In the last class, we have studied in detail about flat plate held normal, held inclined, and flat plate held normal but moving, and also, as shown in here figure, the flat plate held inclined and moving. And we have found out the efficiency work after finding out the work done and kinetic energy. We have found out the efficiency formula, right? And also we have solved one numerical problem and it was found to be just 9.3% efficiency. Am I right? Do you remember? Yes. Okay. We will continue now. In this class we will study on curved plate when the fluid jet striking the curved vein plate which is symmetrical as shown in figure and at center. Force exerted by the jet on the plate. Figure shows a fluid jet striking on moving curved plate which is symmetrical as shown in figure. The dotted position, the dotted line with which the vein is shown here is the new position after it is moved with velocity u, whereas jet velocity is v. Therefore, the effective velocity on curved vein will be equal to relative velocity that may be represented by Vr is equal to v minus u meters per second. Is it clear? Figure shows a fluid jet striking on moving curved plate symmetrical. The jet strikes to the plate with relative velocity. Just now we have said v minus u. Now mass of water strikes to the plate is given by mass per second, that is nothing but rho q, where q is nothing but area of the jet multiplied by striking velocity or velocity of strike. Therefore mass per second is equal to rho a whole multiplied by v minus u. Clear? Next slide. Let us assume Fx is the force acting by the jet of the fluid in x direction. This is xx direction, means x direction. Using impulse momentum principle, we know Fx is equal to rate of change of momentum in x direction. That is nothing but initial momentum per second minus final momentum per second. Therefore, Fx is equal to, we can write mass per second multiplied by velocity of striking in x direction minus velocity after striking in x direction. Fine? Initial velocity in x direction is equal to v minus u, whereas final velocity in x direction is equal to minus of v minus u cos theta. From this figure here you can see the jet striking at center in this direction after it glides over the vein, and when it leaves at the outlet tip, you have to take the component. This is theta. Therefore, the component of the force in x direction is this v cos theta. This is cos theta, v cos theta. That is v minus u cos theta you have to take instead of v minus u you have to take. Why? It is the relative velocity, but it is acting in the opposite direction to this. Therefore, minus sign has appeared here. If you simplify, you will get rho a whole multiplied by v minus u whole squared multiplied by 1 plus cos theta. Now, work done per second and kinetic energy are to be found out, and then ultimately efficiency we can get. So work done per second is equal to, we know, force in the x direction multiplied by distance travelled per second by the plate, that is nothing but u. Therefore, Fx into u is the work done per second. That will be rho A whole multiplied by V minus u whole squared whole multiplied by 1 plus cos theta multiplied by u in Newton meters per second, or watts, that is denoted by W. It is not weight. In this context it is watts. Then it may be converted into kilowatt just by multiplying it by 10 to the power of minus 3. You will get it in kilowatts. Okay, next. Therefore, efficiency is equal to ratio of output divided by input. Also, in some textbooks you can see output power divided by input power. Input power is nothing but kinetic energy per second. That is half mv squared. Therefore, m is nothing but rho av. Therefore, half rho av into v squared will give us half rho av cube. Output power just now we have found out. Therefore, efficiency of the jet is equal to 2 whole multiplied by v minus u whole squared multiplied by 1 plus cos theta multiplied by u divided by v cube. After simplifying this equation, we will get this. This is the ultimate equation. Now, last step on this is to find out what is the condition so as to obtain maximum efficiency by the jet or of the jet. Okay, last step. In order to find the condition, what we did in case of normal plate, what we did in case of flat plate, just we have to derive with respect to u. That means d efficiency by du must be equal to 0. Take it out all the constants. Then if you simplify it, you will get in this form 1 plus cos theta divided by v cube multiplied by d by du of 2u whole multiplied by v squared plus u squared minus 2uv is equal to 0. If you simplify this, you will get v squared plus 3u squared minus 4vu. That is equal to 0. This can be rewritten in this form. This you have studied in 11th standard in mathematics. You can separate into two parts. V minus u one and v minus 3u another. Immediately after the class, in 3 minutes, you write it on paper. You solve this v minus u whole multiplied by v minus 3u. You will get v squared plus 3u squared minus 4vu. That means v minus u is equal to 0, one solution, and v minus 3u is another solution, is equal to 0. First one we cannot consider because v cannot become equal to u. In case it becomes equal, then no work is being done. So therefore, it is quite impossible as a practical case. That's why only the second solution, that is v minus 3u, should be taken equal to 0. Therefore, the value of v, that is velocity of jet, will become equal to 3 times the velocity of the plate or vane. Or otherwise to say, velocity of the plate or vane must be equal to 1/3 of the velocity of the jet. If you substitute in this efficiency equation, v is equal to 3u, you will get efficiency maximum is equal to 16 by 27. That comes around 59.25 or 59.3, which is just less than 60%. That means 59.25 or 59.3 is just less than 60%. What is the conclusion we can draw from this? The maximum efficiency in case of a curved vane when it is moving, and that too it is symmetrical. When the jet is striking the plate or vane or blade at center, the maximum efficiency is found to be equal to exactly 59.25% or just less than 60%. Such logical technical question may be asked in competitive examinations such as GATE, MPSC, UPSC and other competitive examinations. How? The question may be like this in 2 to 3 or 4 sentences. When a symmetrical curved plate is moving and the fluid jet is striking at center to the plate, What would be the maximum efficiency in this case? 4 options will be given. Just less than 60%, 60%, just more than 60%, none of the above. Then you have to give the answer just less than 60%. Okay, this is one way of asking. Another way of asking is 4 option may be given in this way. 60%, 60.25%, 95.25%, 59.25%. Then you have to tick for the answer 59.25%. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. We'll continue. When the same curved plate which is moving, when it is symmetrical, when the jet striking at the center, if we use single vane, as in case of flat plate vane, single vane, work done will not become effective as it is moving with same velocity from the vane. Suppose I am having a curved vane. Right? Jet is striking the plate and it is moving with velocity say u. Further it moves to a distance u meters per second. Further it moves by u meters per second. As it goes away from the jet, the effectiveness of the force imparted onto the jet will become negligible. Therefore, effective work cannot be got done. Hence, we are mounting the vanes at equidistant all along the periphery of the wheel, and in turn it is connected to a shaft. Thereby, electricity can be generated, which can be used either in residential houses, commercial houses, office buildings, schools, colleges, auditorium, cricket stadium, film theatre, etc., etc. That is the importance of why we are required to go in series. Okay, concept is clear? Now, quickly we will pass on. If series of vanes are provided, in this case, there is always one vane or the other facing the jet. Curved vanes mounted equidistantly around the periphery of the wheel, and the entire fluid is utilized. That is important. Entire fluid is utilized to get the work done. Now, mass of water striking the vane per second is equal to rho A V. Rho A V whole multiplied by V minus U into 1 plus cos theta is nothing but Fx. Fx in the direction of motion of fluid. Therefore, work done per second is equal to Fx multiplied by U is nothing but work done per second. Is it clear? Work done per second. Next slide. हो गया. So that you can find out the efficiency by calculating the input power, that is kinetic energy, half mv squared, that is nothing but half rho a v cube, one below the other, you will get the efficiency. That's why that slide is not shown here, because you are in third year level. So far we have seen so many formulae for efficiency. You yourself can write down on one paper in continuation with that. Now we will go to second case, that is when curved plate is moving but it is unsymmetrical and jet striking the plate tangentially. Okay? Tangentially, as shown here. This is known as inlet or entry or entry. This is outlet or also known as, yes, you are right, exit. Okay? When jet is striking the blade tangentially at the inlet, we have considered at the inlet. You can consider at outlet also, no problem. Let jet strike tangentially at one of the tips, that is inlet tip of a smooth curved vane as shown in figure. The jet, after gliding over the inner surface of the curved vane, gliding over or moves over, it leaves the vane tangentially at the outlet. Therefore, you have to consider the component of the force. Component of the force. Let the tangent at the inlet to make an angle theta. At the inlet theta, here it is very clearly denoted. Whereas at the outlet it is phi. In interior angle, this is phi. This phi is not the angle shown with red arrow, whereas it is inside. Therefore, the jet will get deflected through an angle 180 minus of theta plus phi. Whatever the angle we get, that is the angle. Okay, this phi must be equal to this phi from the geometry of the figure. Next slide. Since in this case the vane is also moving with velocity u meters per second, as stated earlier, the effective velocity here also will be equal to other than v. Therefore, velocity of the jet with respect to the vane. Jet entering the vane will be equal to the relative velocity of the jet with respect to the vane. The jet strikes to the plate with relative velocity. This effective velocity of jet with respect to the plate velocity can be obtained by drawing the velocity vector diagram at inlet and outlet. That is inlet velocity triangle and outlet velocity triangle. Is it clear? Inlet velocity triangle here clearly written and outlet velocity triangle. So, when plate is curved, jet striking tangentially and it is unsymmetrical plate, before we go to find the force exerted, work done per second, kinetic energy, and lastly what? Yes, efficiency. We have to understand how inlet velocity triangle and outlet velocity triangle can be formed and understood. We will continue in the next class. Dear students, today it is enough. Please keep on practicing at home so that it will be easy for you to understand very clearly. Okay? Please do not ignore